Mm. Well, let's get this party started. So, I made some promises that I was going to get into like concrete step by step how I, sell a lot of real estate, like where the rubber meets the road, how to solve your financial problems, not in the next 6 months, 3 months, but the next 30 days. How to put, say $25,000 in your bank account in the next 2 weeks. How to put $100,000 in your bank account in the next 4 weeks. And if you really want to get crazy like I did, using what I'm about to teach you, I sold 14 homes in a month from a dead stop. So if the average commission where you live is, say, $20,000, I know it's more for a lot of you, it's 25 or 30,000. We'll say the paltry 20,000. Someone just go 10. 10 times 20 is what? It's a lot. It's $200,000. I did 14. So that's another four times 20. 80. It'd be $280,000. So not that money's everything, but the lack of money is certainly nothing. The lack of money certainly sucks. I mean, money is not everything, but not having money, can we just it's a technical scientific word. It sucks. Buying groceries, paying cell phone bills, the mortgage, meaningless things like that. It kind of ranks right up there with oxygen. You need a little, and so, oh yeah, is he really drinking coffee? Oh yeah, baby. I've been on airplanes, man. I get up at 3:30 tomorrow morning. I fly to Miami. You ready? Everybody get your violins out. And I board a cruise ship for a build at sea for 4 nights and 5 days. Go ahead, just get the violins out and play them for me. You all feel sorry for me. I know you can't wipe the smile off my face. I like that stuff. But I'm gonna spend my time in the doggone gym, not the buffet. B Gove is going to be like stretching and working out and doing all that. Yes, I'm stalling a little bit, let a few more people jumping on. They're jumping on like crazy. So just left and right. It's pretty exciting to see them jump on here. But with that said, we're approaching 80. 80 was my goal. We're two away. Everyone text someone that's not here right now. We're one away. 79. One more. One more. Boom, 80, got it. Okay. So we're going to start this party. There's 80 VAs. Somebody else, I hope our VA's there. Yeah, he's doing his job. He's letting them in. Okay, okay, okay. So everyone grab a pen, grab a piece of paper. This is how I sold. And I set the goal for 30 homes in 30 days. I failed. Total loser. I only sold 14 homes. And how, somebody like, if I sold seven, I'd be ecstatic. If I sold five, I'd be ecstatic. And so let's get into it. So write this down. If you think the same, this is key salient point number one, you get the same old result. I need you to think completely different. So in the chat, everyone open up your chat. I'm going to open up my chat. Everyone write, what is the average agent write for an escrow period? Like, how long is your typical escrow wherever you live? California, Utah, Idaho, Arizona, Texas, wherever you're from. What's your typical average agent? Type a number in there. Is it 45 days? Is it 21 days? Is it 30? Is it the average offer? What are these agents in the chat? Type in the chat real quick. What's a typical escrow? Anybody? I don't see anything. You guys not typing?
Yeah,
Come
we
on.
got there's a lot of comments in there, Brent.
Oh,
30, 30,
geez, it
30,
wasn't
30. Yep.
scrolling. Why would it not scroll? That was weird. Maybe I should learn how
Got
to
a
use
lot of comments.
a chat. That's weird. Okay, so we got 30, 30, 30, 30. So I like it. Who put 10? So Jesus, everyone does 10-day escrows, the average typical agent. Jesus, man, you've had way too much of this. That's all I can tell you, Jesus. Way too much coffee. The consensus seems to be pretty much 30 days. Well, that's what we were taught 30 years ago. A question there. How about this? How many of you, your contracts, do they say as is built in the contract? I'm going to ask you some questions like your contract in Utah, Phoenix, Texas, California, somewhere buried in the contract on page 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, does it say this is an as is purchase? Yes or no? Let me see what you guys type it in the chat. Yes or no? Let's see. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, a bunch of yeses. Good. You're right, by the way. Every offer you write is as is. Now, it doesn't mean you can't do a home inspection, ask the seller to fix something, but they are. Yes, as is. Just checking. Now, does the average offer have these days have a appraisal contingency? And if it does, what's the average period of the average offer? Not a savvy agent, but you're just your typical agent, write an offer. Michael Smith says it yes. Omar says 17 day. Leo says 14 days, 17, 10. So the appraisal contingency, you got to get out there and have 10 to 17 days to get that appraisal done. You guys look at the chat. You guys seeing this? Awesome. 14, Rob Ross. I'm watching you guys. Okay, I'm going to ask some questions and I'm going to do some training. How about the loan contingency? Is there a loan contingency and where you live? Is there? So yes, 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 bunch of yeses. And then yeah, you can put the time, 17 days, 17, 10 days, 17 average. Again, we're talking average offers, not savvy agents. But what do you see on average? If the average has dropped to 10, whatever, that's fine. According to CC in Silicon Valley, she sees 10 on most offers. I believe that. Bay Area is super aggressive. They've been doing that for a long time. We got to ask some questions for you. So this is where the rubber meets the road. Where you operate, does the buyer get the right to do an inspection? Now, of course, we know in all 50 states and all over, of course, the buyer gets to do the right. So yes, the buyer gets the right to do an inspection, but how long do they have? If you get an offer to you listing agents, what do you see the agents write on average? Your typical offer, 7 days, 10 days, 7 days, 10 days, 12 days, five. Wow, 10, 15 on average, or 17 to 12 on average. Good, good. 3 to 7 on average. Paula Quinn, where are you from, Paula Quinn? It's Mars. I love it. Space. I'm not making fun of you, Paula, but that's all I'm but. On average, seven, I think she said 7 to 10. The Bay Area, their CC back 5 days, 5 days. Inspections, boom, done, 5 days. That's awesome. I love it, CC. Love it. I never make fun of anyone. Okay. Um, can you write three offers at once legally? Everyone write that down. Yes or no? It's a trick question. Can you write? You could, but is it legal? Yes, 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 yes. Okay. You could write three offers at once. Did you know by law you have to be able to purchase all three homes? If you write those three offers, you have to be able to buy all three at the same time. Did you know that? So, do you still feel like you could always write three offers at the same time on three different houses at the same time now that you know that you have to actually be able to purchase them? Or you can get turned in a Department of Real Estate and get busted. So, mhm. Unlawful, yes, you can do it, but you get caught. There's some consequences, right? Okay, just checking. Um, Let me see. Okay, this one's fun, and then I'm gonna start teaching. I just want to kind of hear from you guys. This is my chance to hear from you. You're gonna get to hear from me plenty. Smart money, EMD. Who knows what that stands for? Emergency medical device, EMD. No, I like Kathy Thompson. You're so nice. You give me a nice big smile from Huntington Beach. I see you. What's up, Michael Cena? Good to see you, brother. Turquoise shirt. I love it. You're looking good. It shows off your tan. So, and you're looking good in black, Kathy. It's very good color on you. So, here's the deal. And I don't know, Brandon Taylor, is that the Pittsburgh Pirates hat you wear there? You're rocking the, yeah, you are, Ventura. He's from Pennsylvania, maybe, or he just loves the Pittsburgh Pirates. Willie Sturgill, wasn't he a Pittsburgh Pirates guy? Yep. So, earnest money deposits. What do you guys see on average? Like you get two, three, four, five offers on a property. If it comes across, let's say $1 million property, what kind of earnest money people putting up on, just to give everyone a number, what would you expect to see? 1%, that'd be 10 grand. 2% would be 20 grand. 3%. So give me a number. Forget the 1%. So I want a number. So to 1%, some okay, that I can calculate. I see some 10%, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 on average. So who said 50 grand on average? Every offer's coming across on 50. It must be CC again from San Jose. from the Bay Area. Cece's a maniac. I love her. By the way, no offense to the rest of you, but I love Cece. She's crazy. But that's how they roll in the Bay Area. Very aggressive. They've been writing offers like that, by the way, for about 25 years. I mean, it's a bloodbath in San Jose. I mean, it's next level. And they've been dealing with 18 and 25 offers per house. It is like crazy stuff. But in general, we're seeing a lot of ten to $20,000 earnest money deposits if you've watched, and then some of them have been 30,000, 1, 2, 3%, 1, 2, 3%. Interesting. Okay, $1 million house, 10, 20, 30,000. Take the average seems to be about 20 grand. Okay, so time to start teaching. Okay, get your pens out. Remember, if you think the same way, do the same things, get the same old predictable results. So let's start with the 30-day close. They've been teaching that for 30 years. Some escrows are 45. They say, well, ask the listing agent what's important to the seller. Raise, type in the chat. Have you ever heard that? It's a great question, actually. You should ask that question. What's important to the seller? And what do you hear sometimes back on that? That, hey, the seller doesn't really want to move for 6 weeks. It's important to them that, hey, they'll close it a month, but they don't want it. They need to stay for at least 8 weeks or 2 months. Or, is it a good idea to ask the listing agent what's important to the seller? Yes, it is. I'm going to answer that question. Yes, it's called intel. And then sometimes they want a fast close, but usually they need time to figure out where they're going to go. And they'll say, hey, look, we want a 45-day escrow. In fact, we want a 60-day escrow. We just got to figure it out. You guys ever see that stuff? Oh yeah, yeah, you do. Okay. Yeah, they get enough intel gathered from you guys. So here's the deal. My team and I, since 2001, about 24 years, that's a long time. Every escrow we do is 10 days. Occupied or vacant, the escrow is 10 days. A 30-day escrow is something we were taught 30 years ago. If you're writing a 30-day escrow, you are a dinosaur. I love multiple offers. I'm going to win every single time in multiple offers. As a new agent, I hated multiple offers. I would get a pit. Oh no, there's offers. I would have a pit in my stomach because you're just going to get squashed like a bug, and it's just going to escalate, 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 turn to a bidding war. It's going to go 100,000 over the price, 200,000 over the price, quarter of a million over the price, blah, blah, blah. You see these things happen. And so essentially, we close in 10 days, period. Now, how do you do that? You have to partner with your lender and you have to make sure that your client gives pay stubs, W-2s, bank statements, and tax returns. Say it again. Pay stubs, W-2s, bank statements, tax returns. Pay stubs, W-2s, bank statements, tax returns. It's four things. Write them down. You help your client get that. That's their job. That's what I almost said. That's what fools say. And that's not very nice. So I take it back. That's what I said when I was new too. Wasn't that the lender's job? No, it is your job because you're the one who brought the client. You met at an open house or your relative or someone referred you. You brought them to the lender for the most part. You have the relationship. The lender's going, hey, I need these things. Here's the buyer. I worked all day. I'm tired. I just want to watch The Office or Seinfeld or Breaking Bad or whatever popular sitcoms out there right now. Let's go home and binge on Yellowstone because I'm fried. Can't you just get them the financial stuff? Doesn't everyone love looking for pay stubs and contacting Bank of America and Wells Fargo, trying to download bank statements for the last 3 or 4 months? And where is the tax return? God, it's 5 after 5. We can't even call H&R Block, and they put it off, put it off, put it off, and then all you have is a pre-qualification letter. So I would do like, we'll take for example, Mariana. I would say, hey, Mariana from Iowa. I go, Mariana, well, here's the deal. I need you tonight. You don't get to watch Hulu Plus or Prime Plus or Netflix. There's no Breaking Bad or binging Yellowstone. You don't get to go to bed till you do these four things. I talked to your lender. He needs pay stubs, W-2s, bank statements, and tax returns. And, let's say someone went through a divorce. They needed divorce paperwork. And so you got to get a little bossy with a smile on your face. Watch me. You have to do this tonight because here's what's going to happen. I'm going to find you your dream home and I'm going to have a chintzy pre-qualification letter, not a pre-approval letter. Wave at me if you're a real listing agent. Like you list homes on a regular basis. You're a pro. Okay, I saw the first I saw raise his hand was Christian. Christian, unmute yourself.
Yeah.
Christian, you get three offers. Two are pre-qualified, one's pre-approved. All things are equal. They're all full price, and no one will go any higher. Who are you going to recommend to your client? The two that are pre-qualified or the one that's pre-approved and just needs a fully executed purchase agreement and they're well
Yep.
qualified and an appraisal on a rush and they're done, right?
Yep. Pre-approved. DU approval
Every time,
every time.
without doubt.
Yep.
So that's on you guys. It's not the lender's job. If you're a savvy agent, it's your job, and you got to be a little bossy. Like this is happening tonight. Nod your head. Tell me you're going to do it, because I'm going to find you your dream home this weekend. My best agent I ever hired, her name was Andrea Parker. Her first year, she had a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old. She sold 59 homes her first year in real estate. Is that good or bad, you guys? How many of you just want to throw up in a bucket right now? 59 homes with the, she showed every house with a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old screaming, crying, every offer. You know where she wrote, and this is back before there was, automated, DocuSign and this. This is back when we had contracts we would fill out. You know, she wrote all of her agreements. She had to do it with your clients in front of them. Every offer of all 59, they were all buyers, was written in McDonald's playland. She would shove those two kids in the McDonald's play structure. It's sealed off like gerbils. She'd watch them crawl around in there and she'd kind of write the offer. Her clients were there and she's like, okay, your job is not to let them out that hole. And they're in there and make sure no other kids are mean to them. And she wrote enough offers to put 59 deals in escrow. She made almost $200,000. And this is a while back. But I also made almost $200,000. She was agent number 27. I had like 35 buyer's agents. So on one of my 35 buyer's agents, I made $200,000. And I taught her how to do that. Do you think she just got out doing that? What did she do? What I'm about to teach you. So I'm going to teach you what she did. So what she did was she taught people to go ahead and she'd say, get this, write this down. I'm going to sell you a house. See my head nodding? I'm going to sell you a house in the next 1 to 2 weeks. Period. End of story. You've never met anyone like me. I'm going to find your dream home in the next 1 to 2 weeks. And there was so little inventory. It was so aggressive. And once you learn how to write offers, that's not a problem at all. And so you got to tell people what is going to happen. And that is what is going to happen. So, God, people keep joining. We're up to 101. This is exciting. It's distracting me. I got to quit looking. Okay, so that's number one. Do you tell your clients you're going to find them the dream home in the next 1, 2, or 3 weeks? You get what they expect. You go, and then you work every day. You're looking. And then when you do find that offer, we'll go with Christian again. Christian, yeah, we saw people in the chat. They're 30-day escrows, they're 21-day escrows. CC put 10, and that's what we do. We do a 10-day escrow. So if you got two offers, and all things were equal, and one offer closes in 10, the other one closes in 45 because they called you and say, Christian, what do your sellers want? And the seller said, we want a 45-day escrow. We're not ready to move out in 10 days. So in my opinion, a 10-day close is actually a reason not to win the deal in a case like that. The seller's clearly told you they want a 45-day close or a 55-day close, and not ready to move. Trying to close in 10 days and kick them out of their own house is a bad idea, right? Can everyone agree? Nod your head. Do you agree? Wrong. Totally set you guys up. I'm totally set you up. You just fish on, fish on. Woo! Set the hook. We got a big one. Yes. Thank you, Greg. So here's the deal. I never said they had to move. I said we're closing in 10. Then
Rent
we get
back.
a 55-day escrow. I mean, a 55-day rent back. And they actually get 65 days with me, not your poultry 45 days. But here's the more important thing. Christian gets paid in 10 days. I'd say, Christian, we're going to close in 10. They don't have to leave for 55 days. And let's say somebody else was smart like me, though, and they did a 55-day close. In the chat, I'm opening my chat. do agents ask for rent backs on average? Do they ask for a rent back and their new payment is 5,000 a month, 7,000 a month? And like, you can stay for a month, but yes, let me see. Yes, no, yes. Type in the do agents ask on average, do agents ask for rent back money? If they're yes, 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 no. Who's no? Is that CC? Even CC said yes, they asked for rent back money. I'm shocked, CC. Okay. I can't see you, CC, but I'm digging CC. But here's the deal. And you're taught, because you got this payment, you got to get some rent back money from the seller. So, Christian, have you ever had a seller, the buyer goes, well, my new payment is, where do you live? First of all, Christian, what city?
Orange County, City of Orange.
Perfect. What could it, if someone has a new house they buy, what's the average price of a home in Orange County?
About $1 million.
$1 million. So the payment, if they put
20% down.
how much?
20% down, it probably gives you about a $7,000 payment.
Okay, so they put 200,000 down. They have a $7,000 payment, and the seller's going to stay for 30 days. What do they typically ask? Do they ask for 7 grand on average? You tell me. I don't know. I'm asking you.
Seller would like, yeah, on the counter, you do want to put that buyer to
What do,
pay.
what do the buyers put? Not what you
Oh,
represent.
what do the buyers put? Well,
What are
my
the
buyer,
what?
I offer free rent
Not
back.
not no no not you. You're a listing agent. You've got people. They've written
Yeah,
their offers. They're
yeah,
asking for.
PITI.
What do you see them asking for? The average agent who's what do you see them asking for? 7 grand?
No, PITI, principal, interest, taxes, insurance. So yeah, 7 grand.
There you go. Bingo. They asked for the 7 grand.
Yeah.
Dumbest thing you guys could do. Because a savvy agent like me, I tell my client, do you want to be in a bidding war? Do you want a little bit of rent or do you want this house, this amazing $1 million house? What is it you want? They go, well, we want the house. I go, good. We're not going to ask for anything. We're going to let the seller stay for a month rent free. Because we could go, do homes ever go 20, 30, 40, 50,000 over, Christian, in where you live?
Yes, all the time.
So what's 7 grand? It's nothing. So as a listing agent, I had 18 to 28 listings all the time. And I had people ask in Sacramento, they asked for 3,000 bucks, $2,500. The problem is the sellers have lived in their home for 20 years, 25 years. Their payment is 1,200. We're asking, or 1,500. We're asking for 2,500. We're off by 1,000 bucks. Christian, have you ever had this happen? Well, my payment's not 7 grand. My payment's 3,500. It's half of that. Why? No. And some sellers get mad and they demand, and it's only one offer. Let's counter them and say, look, we'll take the deal, but we're only paying 3,500. Have you ever had a seller react like that?
100%.
Do you hear what he just said? I rest my case, Your Honor. So the average buyer is asking for 7 grand. Brent comes along, asks for no grand. Unusual. And if all things were being equal, two offers that are 50,000 over, but the typical agents, damn, I got to pay 7 grand. I'm not paying that. Seller's going to pay that for me. And they're the only offer. And while Christian's doing a counter offer to say, no, we're not doing the 7 grand, here comes the second offer. And now it's multiple offers. And when you have more than one offer, you have what's called a bidding war. And as he's getting ready to counter that offer, here comes the third offer, the fourth. Offers have babies. And now we have highest and best. And maybe it goes from 50,000 over to what, Christian?
75.
1,000 over?
Sure.
So, and that was because you asked for a rent back of $7,000. And that rent back, it cost you the house. If you get it, you paid 25,000 more. The dumbest thing you could ever do the rest of your life is ask for a rent back. Never, ever. Give them the rent back for free. We give them up to 59 days. We never charge for the rent back. Do you know that you get to close and stay in the home for free for about 2 months and not pay anything? Doesn't cost your client anything. Yeah, it does. It costs 7 grand. No, it doesn't. I will prove it to you. What is today's date? Who knows the date today?
First.
What's 10 days from today? If you wrote an offer, 10-day close, the 11th. When is that payment due, Christian? When's the first payment due of a buyer if they were to close anytime after the 10th of August? Is it September 1st payment?
45 days later.
Nope.
right? Wait,
No.
no. August 1st, 15th. So you're talking, actually, it goes all the way to October,
Bingo. October 1st. But
but you have a grace period too.
it's not actually considered late till the 15th. There are no late fees. There's no dings to the credit. The payment is actually not due till October 14th. So we close August 11th. Payments not due till October 14th, which is 63 days later. No charge to the buyer. So, and do you guys get me? Never, I mean never. My whole team does this. We never ask for rent back money. Now, here's the other thing. Do people in the chat put this down? In the chat, do people ask, and Coldwell Banker taught this religiously. I learned it from Coldwell Banker. I actually sat through some of the classes because my mom and dad were Coldwell Banker brokers when I get started almost 30 years ago. They said, well, you need to represent your client if you need to ask for security deposit. Make sure the home, you close, you lose all your leverage. If they scratch the floor, ding the door on the way out, moving the piano, and there's a big scratch in the front door, you need to ask for a security deposit to protect your client. You need to represent your client. And in the chat, you guys familiar with this? So you're asking for rent back, and then you ask for a little security deposit money. Yes, yes, no. CC says yes from the Bay Area. Lee Mighty says yes. Everyone's saying yes. That's pretty normal to ask for a security deposit, right? And the worst decision you could ever make in your life is ask for a security deposit. It's counterintuitive, but I want to represent my client. You just cost them the house. I'll prove it to you. Christian, you get two offers. They're both full price. They're very, very similar. They both ask for a $7,000
Right.
rent back, but one does one thing that's different. They don't ask for the security deposit because they're not representing their client, right? They're doing a poor job as an agent. No, because watch what happens. We have present these offers to our clients. And oh, by the way, what is the typical security deposit on $1 million house? In the chat, real quick, what do you guys see? Is it 5 grand? Is it 2,500 bucks? Is it 7,500 grand? What kind of typical do buyers ask? Or really it's the buyer's agents getting involved, put their nose in there. We need to ask them to cover you, make sure you're safe. I'm going to represent you. But 5 grand, 10 grand, 5 to 10 grand, you know, 5 to 10 grand. We're talking average, guys, average. That's good, 5 to 10 grand. So I don't ask for it. I'm not representing my client. But watch this. Christian, all things being equal, you present, say, well, Brent Gove's client didn't ask for a security deposit. And they even put parentheses, buyers trust the seller. I do it on every offer. Buyers trust the seller. I said, the home's immaculate. We are not worried about that. We're not asking for nothing. And have you ever presented that? And the seller goes, okay, it's $10,000 at close. How do I get that back after I move out 30 days later? And what do you tell your client, Christian? What do you tell them how they get the 10 grand back? Watch this, very important.
Actually, we do a $10,000 holdback, and then they'll get it right after they move out, as long as the condition of the property is the same way as when it closed.
Bingo. And then the seller, savvy seller says, okay, so who decides if that property's in the proper condition? Is it you? Is it the buyer's agent? And what do you say to them? Who's the judge and jury of that bad boy?
That's a good question.
It's the buyer. It's
Yeah.
a 100% the buyer, correct,
Yes,
Christian?
the new owner, correct.
It's only the buyer. And he says, no, 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 no. The house was a mess. The counters weren't wiped down. There was trash in the side yard. There were oil spots that were not in the garage before. I saw some nicks on the wall, and there was a crack tile. And no, 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 no. We'll keep 5 grand. And so you tell your seller that, hey, the buyer's in charge of that. And what if we disagree? Like, I disagree with the buyer. So how do I get my $10,000 back, Christian, or my 5 grand back, Christian? And then what do you say, Christian? When
Well,
when this buyer will not relinquish and the buyer's insisting on having the entire, they want the 5 or 10,000 dollar deposit because the home. What do you tell your sellers? How are they going to get their money back, Christian?
unfortunately, they can't get it back till there's an agreement on it, because escrow won't release the $10,000 back, or 5,000.
Well, you're close. That's incorrect. What you should be telling your client is you got to go sit before a judge. You got to go small claim
Correct.
court.
Correct.
Okay, you kind of forgot that part. It's cool. And so, and I'm putting you on the spot and you're being a good sport. So, and the seller goes, say what? You go, yeah, if you and the buyer disagree, you got to take your buyer to court. Whoa, 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 whoa. Time out. I got to go to court and fight for my own money. Yep, that's how it works. But Brent Gove's, his client's not asking for 5 grand or 10 grand. That's right. So, Christian, if somebody was asking just 5 grand. How about 2,500 bucks? Forget 5 and 10. And then I asked for nothing. Buyers trust the sellers. Who do you think, who would you recommend they take, all things being equal? And who do they want to take, all things being equal? The one that's asking for 5 or 10,000 or even a paltry 2,500, or me asking for no security deposit? Who are they going to take?
Yeah, no deposit.
Now, some of you are going, well, but what if somebody's damaged? The purchase contract covers you. It says they must hand over the property even after a rent back. And the same condition as when the contract was written. You're still protected by the contract. The buyer could still take them to court, stand before that judge, show pictures of the damage, and the judge can find a judgment for the buyer. Now they have to collect on it. That's another thing. Send them to collections, or maybe the seller's a good person, writes them a check they lost. The judge said, yeah, I agree. It's not 10 grand, but you need to write a buyer a check for 5 grand, et cetera, et cetera. So you are not representing your client if you ask for a security deposit. It is irresponsible to ever again the rest of your life ask for a security deposit. It is irresponsible to do a 30-day escrow. I get with 7 offers, 14 offers, 18 offers. I said, who's your fastest close? I go, I got one closing in 15 days. And I go, well, Leo, unmute yourself. Leo's a listing agent. I'm gonna quit picking on you Chris, you've been a good sport. So Leo,
Yes, sir.
um, um, and here I am. I write, I'll even, if I know it's really fierce, I'll do a 9-day close. And some of you, you're drunk monkey, you're limiting beliefs like, well, who can go that fast? Every lender on the planet worth their salt can go, oh, I check with my lender, they can't. Okay, I'm gonna let you know a secret. Get a new lender. Some lenders can't. They work for a credit union. Their back end is so bad. It is so easy to find lenders that can close in 9 days. It's easy, easy, easy. Now, if your client is a plumber with the half moon crack every time he bends over, and his credit is a mess, and they're it's 510 FICO score, and it's just a mess. And they're self-employed. You can't close in 9 or 10 days. I'm talking about people that work for the state, the county. They work for Apple, Google. They're engineers, so they've been in there, fireman, nurse, teacher. They've been on the job over 2 years. Their FICO scores are 650 or better. Close in 9 days, just like that every time. And so basically, you want to close every single deal in 10 days. If it's vacant, you get the keys. And I always say, hey, Leo, it's a 1.7 million. And thank you that your sellers paid me 2.5%. And we all know that 2.5, let's say it was 2 million just for the easy math. And the seller agrees to pay me 2.5%. It's a $50,000 commission, $50,000. I don't know about you, Leo. I hope you're getting the same or more. But I'm so excited about getting 50,000 the next 9 days. You do that? That's so tacky. I do it every single time. And Leo, I hope you're getting the same or more. I don't know about you, but I'm excited about getting paid. How would you like to get paid $50,000 in the next 9 days, Leo? And he's going,
I
"Okay,
would
I'm
love
getting
that. I would love that.
I'm getting 3.5. I ain't getting no chintzy 50 grand. I'm getting 70 grand. I said, so you have 18 offers. Your fastest close is 15. But if your seller ends up picking one of those 30-day escrows, you're waiting 30 days to get paid, Leo. And what if Israel attacks Iran again? What if Russia goes nuts and does something even worse that they've been doing in the Ukraine? What if a tsunami really did hit Hawaii and things do get there's world things that we're seeing 9 days worth of troubles or 30 or 45 days or 21 days. I go, Leo, I know you have 18 offers. Just counter me. But Brent, you're 100,000 under everybody. In fact, you're our worst offer. I know, but I'm your best terms. What do you mean by that? Well, we close in 9 days. And then on the front page in California, at least there used to be, Somewhere there's additional financing terms. There's line, about 3 lines. Does anybody remember that? Is there some lines? Are there additional financing terms, Leo? Is it still there?
I don't think it is there anymore. I think it's in another page. I think it's gone. I
I think
forget what page, but it's
I
not on
think it
page
says
one.
additional. I think it says additional terms.
Additional terms. Thank you. It doesn't matter where it is. Additional terms. So I print it. I don't. Well, we type. We don't print anything anymore. I'm telling you, you need to print it. And you need to write A, capital ASIS, and you write it like a billboard. Like take up 3 lines in billboard. And I've asked people, why'd you pick me? Well, your client was buying it as is. They're all buying it as is. You guys just aren't getting credit for it. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. I can't tell you how many times I said, we chose you because your client was buying it as is. Everybody's buying it as is, but you left it buried on page 14 of the purchase agreement. It says it in bold. It's even extra bold print. This purchase is as is, but you didn't get any brownie points. The listing agents don't bring it up because they know the buyer may ask them to fix something, and they don't. Well, you said it was as is, but man, when the agent, the a savvy buyer's agent, takes the time to write it like a fifth grader and the size of a board you could see on the side of the I-5 or the 405. People get excited. So I'm closing in 9 days. I'm buying the property as is. I'm not charging a rent back. There is no security deposit. I ain't playing. Daddy's not playing. I don't lose the multiple offers, and I get the listing agent to only counter me. There is no highest and best. And when I'm interviewing with the buyer, because agents do 30-day close, they ask for a rent back. And I explain to them my strategies. Everything I'm going to ask you to do is not going to cost you money. You don't have a payment for 2 months anyways, right? And let's talk about earnest money. On a $1 million purchase, let's go with the average person purchase, $1 million purchase. I think we did talk about earnest money. I call it smart money. We kind of said it was 1 to 3%. We fell on 2%. So it's 20,000 bucks. Did you hear what Christian said? He said 20% down. That's $200,000. So let's go with what we heard. $20,000 EMD, earnest money deposit. And so at close, I'm going to bring in the other 180,000 to get the 20%. Correct, Christian? Nod your head if you agree. And they're going to pay some closing costs probably. So maybe another 10 grand. So they're actually going to wire in about $190,000 at close. Correct? Am I right? So what I do, and what I want to teach you guys to do is we put up like $80,000 earnest money deposit. Nobody, I didn't see one person, maybe they did, but nobody did that. We've been doing this for 21 years. All my agents, I had 45 buyers agents. We put up 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, $100,000 earnest money deposits. And I say, Christian, Leo, Gia, Cece, Greg, Preddy, Ellie, everyone's telling you how bad they want this. Christian, unmute yourself. Just hypothetically, you have you're a listing agent. I asked who are the serious listing agents. Let's say you were to receive 5 offers on $1 million property. Is that unusual or usual? In the market we've come out of, it's not that normal. There haven't been too many offers, right? So
Sure.
you might get 2 or 3 offers if it's a hot property. Is that fair?
That's fair.
And what would you expect the earnest monies to be on that $1 million property? You, I know, just specifically you.
3%.
Okay, so you'd be getting
30K.
30K. And I said, look, everyone's telling you how bad they want the property, right, Christian? And what do you say? They're begging,
Yeah.
right? Of course, we all know that. I go, they're telling Christian and they're showing. They put up 30, we put up 90. We have 90,000 reasons. Well, that's risky. You're risking 90. You guys are risking 30. Do you lose 30,000 on a regular basis? I don't think so. So what's that matter? 30, 60, 90? Doesn't matter. But Christian, I don't explain that to Christian. I just say, Christian, we have 90,000 reasons to perform on time and close this in 9 days. They're telling you, write down this verbiage. They're telling you want it. We're showing you. Christian, what do you want? Someone who tells you how bad they want it or someone who shows you how bad they want it with their actions? Words mean something. You guys got to get, and I hope we are recording this. I believe we are recording this. I'll get you all a copy. And I'm going to get it to Leo and the rest of you because Leo took the time to promote the heck out of this tonight. And I'll get Rosie a copy. And then the rest of you, reach out to me and we'll get you a copy, okay? And of tonight. But here's the deal. I've asked them, so why we get picked out of the 3 offers or the 7 offers, 13? They go, our sellers were so impressed that you put up a $90,000 earnest money deposit. So think of it. You put up 30 or even 40 is going 20% down. The down payment's 200. So you put up 40, you bring in 160. I put in 90, bring in 110. It's still the same $200,000. You guys get this? And then the closing costs, nothing's changed. Mr. and Mrs. Buyer, what I'm doing, my strategies are smart. It costs you nothing and it gets you your dream house. And they're like, wow, okay, this makes sense to me. And this is why you want to do this. So we buy it as is. We do large earnest money deposits. We close fast. Everything closes in 9, 10, 11 days. Like if there is some sort of an issue, we might have to do a 12 or a 13-day close. Because if you know your lender says, look, I can't do this 110, I'm going to need 12 days, do 12. This is not some sort of a scam. If you know it's going to take that, then don't do 10 or 9, do 12. Be honorable. But some of you are like, but what if they don't make it? Oh my gosh, this is so risky. It's not risky because you simply say 9 days in, the lender calls you and says, we are not going to make it. I got the divorce paperwork. It took longer than they said, and I could fix it, but it's going to take 5 more days. I know I said 9, but they told me this was in that divorce paperwork, or they told me X, but when I got the employer verification of income, turns out some of their income was bonus. I can fix it, but I'm going to need 5 more days. So now instead of a 9-day close, it's a how many day close? 14-day close. Now, if you call up an agent like, say, Greg Preddy and say, hey, Greg, now he's a nice guy. He'd be nice. I'm going to need an extension. We're not going to make it. Greg would say, Greg's a nice guy. Unmute yourself, Greg. What would you say to me probably? Unmute yourself. Greg, I need 5 more days. I am so sorry. It wasn't in the divorce paper. What are you going to say to me, Greg?
I I don't have Christian's experience, but I do have 28 years of lending experience, and I would say rock and roll. It's only for a few more days, and
Yep.
I've had so many buyers over the years with a similar situation. Maybe find an extra thing or two in the divorce decree that that they did not reveal. Okay,
Yes,
and
yes.
you can
Or
still work it out.
or the employer's verification income, you found out the income they told you, some of it was bonus and it was less, but hey, if we were to massage it, we can get it done. But I said, Greg's a nice guy. Was he nice in his response to me? Yes or no? How many of you ever met Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde broker? When you tell them you need 4 or 5 more days, they're like, I knew it. I knew it. You're so full of crap. I can't believe it. And they're just irate. And they're like, I knew it. And they just scream and yell at you. And they're like, you're paying for it. You were paying $500 of interest a day. And we needed that money. And they freak out on you. So here's what I do every time we don't make it. You ready? Hey, Greg. Bad news. We got to cancel the sale. I never ask for repairs ever. And I only do it on the big stuff. We're buying it as is. I mean it. But we do the inspection, find out the roof's bad. And I had a roof that was $110,000. That's a bad roof. I had air conditioning systems that were on recall for bursting into flames for 15 grand, 18 grand. And so I will call Leo and say, Leo, you got a second? It's urgent.
Yeah.
It's critical. I freak him out. I'm like, I've got his full attention. He'll walk out of a movie. And he goes, what? And I go, Leo, watch this, watch this. Leo, unmute yourself.
All right.
Leo, bad news. We got to cancel the sale on Malibu on the ocean for
What
4.8.
happened? Why are you canceling? What's going on, Brent?
We're not going to make it, man. I know I told you 9 days. Like, just talk to the lender. He can't close for 5 more days. We can't close to the 14th, man. So we got to cancel. I told you, we got to cancel.
Man, I think we can work this out. It's only 5 days.
See, I never asked. No, let's pretend Leo was the mean one. They scream at you. They threaten to
You're
sue
gonna pay
you.
$1,000, sir.
When you
$1,000.
take cold ice bucket of water,
Okay.
no matter what I do, let's say it was the roof or the AC system, or there's 28 bad windows. We've done them. I didn't know there was 28 bad windows. And one of the windows is a $4,000 bay window with the view of the Pacific Ocean. And there's 28 bad ones. It could be 30, $40,000 worth of windows. And I call up and I said, Gia Bianco from San Diego, where I was born. I was born in San Diego. I grew up in Chula Vista. Come on. That's right. I'm a Chula Vista boy. And Gia, bad news. We got to cancel. And they go, what? I love to tell people we're going to cancel and we're closing in 10 days. And usually I'm calling them like right before the close. They're like, why is what they say. I go, well, we didn't know. We did the inspection and there are 28 bad windows. And the bay window is $4,000 alone. We've had 4 window companies run out there. Like I called 40 and I got 4 to go out there this morning. And we have bids of 40, 50, and $60,000 to replace those windows. We don't have it. We had the 200,000, 20% down. We got our closing costs, but we don't have an extra 40, 50, 60 grand. So Gia, I got to cancel. I
I've
love doing it.
I've got my people too. Let's work it together between your people, my people, and we will figure this out because we are there.
Bingo. When you say we got to cancel, now occasionally they go, fine, fine. I'm so ticked. I will never take another offer from you again because you've got the nasty, ugly listing agent from hell, the one who's been in real estate maybe 45 years, and they're cranky, crotchety old sourpuss broker, independent, and just like double birds to the world. You get that one. And they're like, I'm going to sue you. I'm going to sue your stupid buyer. And my clients are going to just lose it. They're my favorite ones to do this to. And let's pretend that person was Joseph Trujillo. And Joseph is not that. Joseph, unmute yourself. So I say, hey, Joseph, bad news, we got to cancel. And he goes, why? Whoa, time out. What's going on? We close in 3 days. I go, well, we did the home inspection. We found out, Joseph, the roof, it's a 7,000 square foot home. It's got all these different angles. It's 110 grand. And actually sent 4 roofers out there today because we knew I had a problem. And we had quotes as high as 150, 130, 120, 115, but we have one that'll do it for 110 grand. Problem is, we didn't know the roof was bad, and it was on recall, and they offered to put a new roof on 7 years ago because they were brittle, the ties were bad manufacturing, they shatter if you touch them, and the buyers freaked. We're out. We got to cancel the sale. And then if you get the real mean, nasty broker, they'll say, fine, send over the cancellation letter and expect a letter from my lawyer. I'm going to sue the pants. I'm going to call the Department of Real Estate. They get all crazy on you. And so I do it. It doesn't bother me at all. I go, okay, no problem. I'll send it over. But hey, Joseph, just so you know, you're going to have to disclose that to all the future buyers. And we paid, 2.9 million or 3.7 million for that house in Malibu, or 5.8 million. When they find out there's a bad roof on that house, and hey, just so you know, we weren't kidding around. I sent you all 7 roof reports from different roofers. It's like, you know what? Don't send me the roof reports. I don't want them. Oh, I'm sorry. I figured you'd want them. They don't want them. Now he has to. It's dirty pool. This might be a little dirty pool, but I figured you'd want them, so you knew we weren't joking around. I literally, literally 10 seconds ago, dink on the enter button. It's on your inbox, Leo. I'm so sorry. I do it on purpose, Joseph. I'm bad. But again, it's only bad if I knew the roof was bad. But he's like, crud. I go, you might tell your seller that you literally gonna have to go on the market and tell everyone you have a home for 2.7, 3.7, 4.7 million that has a bad roof. We're in escrow with you at 2.7 million. The next person's not gonna want to pay 2.7 million. They're probably gonna pay you about 2.3. It's gonna be 400,000 less. You might tell your seller they might want to deal with that roof and we'll stay in it at 2.7. I think my clients would stay in. Just okay, let me call my clients. 5 minutes later, yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it. And I said, okay, let me call my clients. Okay, they'll do it. Now we get a house with a brand new roof. Of course, we're staying in it. It's better than the one we bought that had a 20, 25-year-old roof. I tell my clients, you get a brand new roof. Didn't cost you a dime. Now, it's not a strategy to take advantage of people. We didn't know the roof was bad. We know the windows were bad. We know the AC was bad. So we had to cancel. So we come in always, no appraisal contingency, none. Remember what you guys said on there? We don't do it. Now, if you're worried about the home appraising, do not do that. But if home prices, are they going up or are they starting to edge back down? Which way are they going? Yep, down. They're go. I don't know. I'm gonna ask the listing agents. Christian, who takes listings? Gia says they're coming down. Kathy Thompson, they going up or down? It is if you're in Newport Beach or some little La Jolla, sometimes it could still be going up an inch. But in general, prices going up. Are they coming back down? What is it? Come on, talk to me in the chat. Open the chat bar. I want to know. I want honest answers. Up or down? Down 3.5%. Down, down, down. It's down. That's going to stop you from having appraisal issues because if the prices are down, homes appraise easy. It's when they're going 3 to 5% up, they're hard to appraise. So you don't need appraisal issues. Now, if you're new and you're scared, don't do that. Give yourself 3 or 4 days, and then when you order it in a rush. But what if my lender can't do it in 3 or 4 days? Easy. Leo, day 4, you don't have the appraisal back. You're in a rush. I got to cancel. Cancel. We didn't get the appraisal back. We were on a rush. I don't have it. It won't be here till tomorrow. Was he say, well, take an extra day for crying out loud. Don't cancel. I never ask for repairs. I just cancel. I don't ask for an extension for the appraisal of the loan. I just bad news. I got to cancel. What if we're bluffing and we don't want to cancel? We'll buy the house anyway. Well, they can't cancel on us. The buyer's the only one that can cancel. The seller can't cancel. The seller can only issue a 48-hour notice to perform. And as long as you perform in that time period, it's impossible to lose the house. So it's okay to tell them you're canceling. You guys get me? The buyer can cancel, the seller cannot. Only they must issue. Is it 48 hours or is it 72? I believe it's 48 hours unless they've changed it. Is it 48 hours? 48 hours? 48? Everyone's on? Okay, I'm just seeing if they changed it. They changed it from time to time. So here's the point. It's impossible to lose the house. The seller can't cancel. Only the buyer can. Okay. Now, once they issue the notice to perform, if the buyer doesn't perform in that 48 hours, the seller can cancel. So after they've issued that, okay. We come in no appraisal contingency, no loan contingency. We're already pre-approved. We have underwriting loan approval. Greg, unmute yourself. 28-year lender. If you have underwriting loan approval by a licensed underwriter, and they say, "Look, just get me a fully executed contract, we'll order the appraisal on the rush. Let's go get loan docs. Let's close." Is that pretty normal?
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll every time. So we go in with no loan contingency all the time. We go in with no appraisal contingency.
But yeah, just bring it up to her. Just say, hey, I just felt like that was pretty harsh and it really affected him.
Who's that? I can't see you. You there?
I think Miss Fatima, mute your microphone. I think that somebody unmuted themselves. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And I'll take questions at the end if you're like, "Oh, this is impossible." I'll get in the bushes and watch. We do this stuff all the time. We sold 5,000 homes doing this. That's why I sold so many homes. We don't lose. But what if there are no other offers? The offer's so enticing, we'll come in at 100,000 under, and the seller drops the price 50 grand, 75 grand. It makes them want to drop the price. I'm done in 10 days. I've got $250,000. I've got a house at 2.5 million. The seller dropped 50 grand, 50 grand. We came in so strong, he dropped it $250,000 and said it be over 30 days versus 10. He's like, I'm out of my pain in 10 days. I got all my money. You own the house outright. Yeah, 10 days, it all goes in your bank account. Hey, Leo, make sure not only you're going to get paid that $70,000 commission in 10 days, and I'm going to get paid my $50,000 commission in 10, which I'm excited about. Leo, please, Christian, please, Allison, please tell your seller they're going to get all their proceeds in 9 days, 10 days, 11 days. And by the way, I found out today, listen to Leo, we have our express payment to agents. If you hit the button, our average agent gets paid within 14 minutes of recording. 14 minutes. All you have to do is hit the button. It is 14 minutes. That is awesome. I have begged Remax and Keller Williams and MCAs and accountants and had to wait 2, 3, 4, 5 days to get paid. In EXP, our average wait time from recording is 14 minutes. Just a little side note, yay, EXP. And that was one of Leo's really important things because we are agent-centric. So in case you're a guest, just thought I'd throw that out there. Did someone have a question? Did you have a question, Greg? Were you that or no?
Only that when my brother was at Coldwell Banker at Thousand Oaks, you could have a perfect deal and it would still take about a week for him. And that's fast.
to get paid.
get paid. And he capped real fast this year, and he got paid, within minutes versus 7 to 10 days.
Yeah.
So
EXP came out with this button called Pay Me Now on RevShare, not just commissions. And we always had to wait till the 22nd, but Glenn would have it after the first, please calculate. But he if you want to do it, I'll do it. And Kathy and I wanted to make this $500,000 investment. And our RevShare, it was a low month. I think it was like $770,000. And this is a few years ago, and it was just a low month. And and I never done it. I go, what the heck? I'm going to do it. And it went, boom, it hit my account, $770,000 like in seconds. It was kind of cool. I felt like I won a big jackpot, which I've never won. I don't gamble, but I'm glad. The worst thing you do is win gambling. But okay, we're going to move on. So you're going to close your deals in 10 days every time. You're going to help your lender collect data. You're going to write no loan contingency, no appraisal contingency. And then for inspections, 3 days. That's all you're doing. The closest one I saw was a 5-day inspection contingency. Most of you, when I said in the chat, how long inspection contingency, you wrote 10 days. Some of you wrote 15. And we were talking average. I know a lot of you are savvy and you'll do 10 or 7. Our entire team, we do 3 days. Why? Because I can have any home inspected anywhere in LA tomorrow morning, Saturday morning. And it is 8:30 at night. What time is it? Oh, it's 9 o'clock. And by the way, I'm going to keep going. I'm not in the mood to stop. You got to go. I'm not stopping. I'm up at 3:30 in the morning, headed to the airport, and I'll be up in 6.5 hours. And I'll sleep on the plane, and I'll sleep rock to bed tomorrow night in that cruise ship on the high seas. But I will say this: is this wave at me if this is helpful? Kind of getting you to think different about real estate, a little different some things. Thank you. And so, but it is different way to approach real estate. Now, the other thing I do besides, the fast close, the no rent back, the no security deposit, the no loan, no appraisal, the 3-day inspection, I can have any home inspected tomorrow morning in LA, Newport Beach. I will start calling every appraiser, every home inspector I can call, and I will find somebody who's free in the morning. If I have to make 30 phone calls, I will do it. And if I had to, I would. And that may be a bit of a stretch. It is 9 o'clock on Saturday. I certainly could do it. Let's pretend it was Tuesday night. I could do it Thursday morning for sure. Anywhere in America. And like, well, do you care about your home inspector? Yeah, I'd call top agents to give me 2 or 3 of your best home inspectors. But if they're all busy, I go, look, it's just unacceptable. I need it done. I will give you an extra $300. I need it done. They're like, okay, I'll fit you in. Like where there's a will, there's a way. I will not be destroyed. Tony Robbins says, I'm the destroyer of limitations. And so when I write that offer, I go, oh, by the way, Leo, I hope it wasn't too presumptive, but I've already scheduled the home inspection. I know it's Tuesday afternoon. I have the home inspection scheduled for tomorrow morning.
I'm upset about that. You're overachiever. I'm upset.
Yeah. And here's the last thing I do. Ready? Write this down. This is super important. When I hang up the phone, my loan officer, Greg Preddy, he's going to call you in the next 60 seconds. Now, Christian, is he still here? Or did he have to bounce? Oh, Christian's here. Christian, he said he's a listing agent. He does listings. Christian, how long have you been in real estate?
16 years.
16 years. That's legit. That's street credibility. How often have you talked to an agent? I want the house. I want the house. Here's my offer. And how often have you heard in 16 years them say, when I hang up the phone in the next 60 seconds, you will absolutely get a call from my lender, and they're going to tell you what Leo's FICO score is, what Lee Mighty's FICO score is, how long Leo has been a fire captain, how long Lee Mighty's been a pediatrician who specializes in heart transplant, or the head nurse here, or she's the leading faculty member in the science department at Biola University, and Leo is an executive who develops technologies for whatever he does. And I've got everything I need. I have pay stubs, W-2s, bank statements. Leo's FICO score is 770. Lee Mighty's is 810. By the way, it's a fact. Women's credit score is always higher than the men, period. End of story. And so, but he's going to tell you, like Christian, how often has that ever happened to you in 16 years that the agent who's sitting in the office says, my lender will call you in the next 60 seconds guaranteed? How often does that ever happen?
Never.
Any other listing agents out there? How often has that ever happened to you? Kathy Thompson, so Huntington Beach. Kathy, how long you been in real estate?
18 years.
Has that ever happened to you?
No, but I try to get my lender to do it,
Right. But has
but
a
not in that
buyer
time.
done it over to you? Would you be impressed with that buyer's agent if that actually happened? You have a phone, would you go, well, you have a phone? Like, yeah, right. We'll see. 15, 20 seconds later, your phone rings. Hey, this is Greg Preddy with Altamont Capital, with Chase Mortgage, with Guild Mortgage. And so what I do is I say, hey, I'm going to call Kathy Thompson. And here's her number, Kathy Thompson. Of course, this is on the Ellie Espana loan. And you know Ellie. Yeah, hi Ellie, good to see you. And Ellie and her husband, back them up and like, well, we have to get permission to give FICO scores. Like this is going to happen every single time. And I say, Greg, no matter what you're doing, I worked all weekend to meet these people. I did open houses. I door knocked to 100 homes a day for 100 days. Like, just say I have an emergency. I can step away. It's a positive emergency. I'll be back in 2 or 3 minutes. Whatever you're doing, step away. And then I don't send a copy of Christian's phone number, like a picture, because he's driving down the 405 at 80 in and out of traffic. He can't memorize the number. I type it in the text so he can just touch it. Just touch it. And then boom, I want to make sure the call happens within 60 seconds. I have what is that called for me, the buyer's agent? Anybody know what that is? Type it in the chat. What's that called? I want to see that chat flying. What is it? Looking at the chat. Nobody knows what that's called? Credibility. Kathy Thompson. She's listening. It happened. And then Kathy's shocked. Christian's shocked. And then here it comes. Here's the FICO score for Mrs. Seller, here, Mrs. Buyer. Here's the FICO score for Mr. Buyer. Here's what they do. I have pay stubs, W-2s, bank statements. All I need is a fully executed purchase contract. We're already the pressure on the appraisal and a rush to our money. In fact, I could probably close in 7 days. So I want to go back to Kathy Thompson. Kathy, are you impressed or not impressed?
I'm impressed. Yes, very much.
Christian, impressed or not impressed?
Impress.
Leo, impressed, not impressed?
Very impressed. Very impressed.
You know what they say? That was, do you think I could use your lender? I go, sure. Because I want to bless my lender. How many want somebody to try to get you listings? You know why it doesn't happen? Because you're not blessing your lender. You're not actually helping your escrow officer meet other agents that can do escrows, because that's important to them. Are listings not important to you? Well, yeah, but that's not going to get me business. You don't understand the principle of giving. The size of the window you give through is the size of the window you get through. I'm fighting for my landscapers. I'm fighting for my handymen to get new jobs, my painters, my plumbers, my roofers. I'm loyal to my staters. I help my movers. I'm helping people. And crazy good things happen to me because I'm a giver. Giver's game, takers take. I'm not a taker, I'm a giver. My goal is to do more for other people than they do for me. And life works out for me. It all happens. So, okay, what else? So here's my highlights. So how would you like to get your offer presented within 5 minutes every single time? It says in the MLS, offers presented Monday night at 7 p.m., offers presented Tuesday night at 7 p.m. How would you like to learn how to get your offer presented within 5 minutes or 10 minutes every single time? Anybody out there in the chat? Yes, no? I want to know. Type it. Yes. Here's how you do it. You say, okay, Leo, if I were to write you an offer that was 20,000 over asking price, it closes in 10 days. It's as is. We give your seller a 9-day rent back, rent free, no security deposit. We're putting up a $90,000 earnest money deposit. You get paid 9 days. I get paid 9 days. There's no loan contingency, no appraisal contingency. And we have a 3-day inspection contingency. And I know it's Friday night here. I had the inspection. I took the liberty of actually booking the inspection Monday morning at 8 a.m. And you don't have to, we'll close in 10 days or 9 days. You get paid, I get paid to sell these proceeds. But then I have to move for another 59 days, which is actually almost 70 days. and they have cash to go buy or rent their next place, and they could go skipping and holding hands in the sunset. So some nail-biting 30, 45-day escrow where things go wrong, and then there's a delay, then they have to pay interest, and they might lose their dream home on the other side, and everybody wants to sue each other if the deal blows up. I go, if I were to give you this kind of an offer, would you be willing to call your seller and at least just let them know about it? Tell me no, Leo.
Sounds like an offer I can't refuse.
Nope. Tell me no.
No, Brent, I'm not gonna do that, man. And
Yeah,
we're not paying buyer's commission, by the way. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm taking my buyer somewhere. Have a great weekend, Done. We're done.
I'm just kidding.
I know. So here's the deal. I said, well, Leo, how about this? I know you're at Little League, you're at soccer, you're at the beach, you're surfing, you're having a family weekend. I get that. What if I just text you the highlights and you copy and paste? And I know you don't have time to present the offer next week, but you just, because I have written that offer, and it is 1 o'clock Saturday afternoon. And we're in a kind of a desperate situation where we really do need to close in 9 days. You want to sell to us because we don't have time to play around. And that's why we're putting up a $90,000 estimate. That's why we're going as is. That's why we're doing no loan, no appraisal, 3-day inspection contingency. That's why we're giving them 59 days rent free, no security deposit. But our offer, it's actually in your inbox right now. And it expires in 2 hours. I reverse the FOMO. And would you at least let your sellers know about it? Because it's 30,000 over the asking price. And I know I don't expect you to change it. Hey, present your offers Monday night, Tuesday night. No problem. No stress. I'm not threatening him. But unfortunately we can't wait till Monday or Tuesday night. It's a situation we're in. I'm so sorry, Leo. I'm very humble about it. Gia, I'm so sorry. We can't. So our offer will expire at 4 o'clock today. It's 1 o'clock. It's going to expire at 4, and we're going to go after Plan B house. We want yours. We wrote on yours, but we do have a home we're excited about. We're going to go after at 4 o'clock. So what I've done is I've reversed the FOMO. I've reversed the FOMO, fear of missing out. A bird in the hand's better than two in the bush. He may not have any other offers yet. And I go, so I just sent it to you. I've got it pre-printed. And by the way, if anybody wants to take a picture, I just sketched it out right there, but offer highlights. And it's a text that kind of, like
Yeah.
that. I'll get it to you, but if you get a copy of this, you can actually write all that stuff down. I just sketched it out, right? And so it's right there. You can take a screenshot. You'll get a copy of this. You can hit pause and write down. I just texted you. Go ahead and open your text. You see it? It just says, it'll say full price offer, 40,000 over full price, whatever. Now, if we're coming in 40,000 under, I put it at the bottom. 10-day close, 50, I'm not scared. Blah, 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 blah. Everything's good there. I just sent you, but if the sellers found out that they had this and you didn't tell them, do you think they might be a little upset if they heard about this?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they have to disclose the offers. Yeah.
Well, no, I'm actually role playing with you. What would you say to me?
Oh, I did it. I was aware. Yes, I am aware of that. I have to present all offers.
Probably so here's the deal. The offer's in your inbox. Please enjoy surfing, do your thing. But would you just copy this offer highlights? And I don't put my information there. I make it really generic on purpose. Offer highlights. And it's something that he feels comfortable. I don't have my name, my phone number, Coldwell Banker, or whatever it is, company. It's just offer highlights. And it's just the highlights. It's what's in the offer. You look at the offer, but here it is. And he goes, yeah, I'll do that. I'll send it over to him. And then I said, okay, great. They call me back usually 30 minutes later. Oh my gosh, what? I have a big problem. What? The sellers have accepted your offer. That's good, Leo. We're getting paid in 9 days. This is great. Because no, you don't understand. It says in the MLS we're presenting offers Monday night. What do I tell the other agents? No, I want to say, don't you dare ever say this. Well, your fiduciary isn't to the other agents in Orange County, is it? Your fiduciary isn't to the agents of Southern California. It's to your sellers. Yeah, but the MLS said we're not presenting. They're going to want to sue me, run me out of town. Leo, simply tell them the truth. My seller changed their mind. If they want to accept an offer, they have every right. Doesn't matter what it says in the MLS. The seller can accept an offer, and they did. They accepted an offer, and they may get mad. They can call it part of real estate. But what do? You say I couldn't tell my seller you're not allowed to accept an offer that is so irresistibly and smartly crafted. Are you guys with me? And so I get my offer. Do you know if they just copy my text message and send it to the seller, he just presented my offer? And I'd say, I don't expect you to present my offer, but just some highlights. They don't know that's presenting the offer. They think they have to go to the office, prepare some next sheet. I don't have the confidence to even do it. I gotta wait till Monday to have the title company do the next sheet. I don't do net sheets. Who cares? The seller's not stupid. They can calculate the 3% Leo's getting, the 2.5% I'm getting, and they just do it calculate. It's really simple. And they're like, that's a great offer. We'll take it. We get all our money in 10 days. And I'll even put that in the headlights. You go, asterisk, make sure the seller knows they get all their proceeds in 9 days. It's dirty cool. And I don't put anything about Leo getting paid. I'll say it to him. And by the way, Leo, you get paid. I might do it after that. Oh yeah, Leo, separate taxes and puppies. And Leo, you get paid 9 days. I don't know about you. I'm so excited. And I do that to him. And trust me, people have financial needs, especially in this market. I get my offers accepted all the time. Now, um, that is helpful. Let me see what else can I tell you guys. Okay, I want to do this one. So that's kind of how I write a really smart offer. You guys like it? Pretty cool, pretty cool. That's how I sold 14 homes, because I write offers that are not 30 days long and asking for rent backs and security deposits. It's really a different way to craft the offer, and it's the way to go. Now, here's the fun one. They'll say, you'll be doing an open house. I'm going to switch gears on you a little bit and help you. And you're in an open house, or you're door knocking, or you talk to someone and you're trying to pick them up as a buyer, $2-3 million buyer, $1 million buyer. And they say, well, can I get your information? I'd love to help you. And they go, well, we already have Zillow. We're really plugged into Zillow. And we actually, my wife does Redfin, I do Zillow. And to tell you the truth, I had some say the other day, they go, and honestly, we have two different agents setting us MLS feeds drips. And so, we're good, but thank you very much. What do you guys say when that happens in the chat? Anyone have a good answer? Because I have a great answer, but I'm just curious. Okay, well, I'm gonna give you the answer. So here's what I say. I say, wow, okay. Well, basically what I have is I have the vacant home list here in Newport Beach. And what that really is the desperate home seller list. Because when somebody moves to Nashville or Austin or Seattle or West Palm Beach, Florida, and the first month they write a check for $7,000, $14,000, $21,000, and their home's empty, they're making double mortgage payments, or maybe they're renting over there, but rents are not cheap, are they, these days? The first month, it's like they piled $14,000 on the thing, then they pour gasoline on it, then they light it on fire. Poof. And I go, they freak out the very first month that they make a mortgage payment on an empty house. You cannot get the vacant home list in Orange County from Zillow or Redfin or on the MLS drips. I'm one of the only agents that publishes this. Everyone write down the word publish. Words have a meaning and powerful. I am one of the only agents, because now me and you guys, and compared to the 400,000 agents in California, there's a handful of us. I said I'm one of the only agents that publishes the vacant home list every Friday. If you would like this, you can write offers to sellers that aren't super motivated. Have you done that? Yeah, and yeah, it didn't work out there. You ever had a seller didn't like, if I don't get my price, I'm not selling. But what if you had access to, I call them desperate and highly motivated. How would you like to get 50, 100, 150,000 off the price of a home? Does that mean anything to you? Or do you want to pay full retail in this market? And just shut up. They go, well, no, I want that. I go, I think you need me. Honestly, I think you need me. And number two, you couldn't possibly have known this about me, but I am absolutely the top agent in this area. And I network with the other top agents. There's a handful of us: Leo Preja, Joseph Trujillo, Steven Diaz, Hama Sikon, and I apologize if I mispronounced anyone's name, Kathy Thompson, Trang, all of us. And you are shopping leftovers. Have you ever noticed you just can't seem to find what you want? Because by the time it hits Zillow or Redfin or that MLS drop, they're already sold. Like, We ask each other, what do you got coming online in Newport Beach and Huntington Beach and Long Beach and La Jolla? What do you got coming on in Rancho Santa Fe or blah, blah, blah? And we tell each other and we actually show them before they're in the computer, and we actually write offers and sell them before they ever go to the MLS. So if you're shopping Redfin and Zillow, I feel sorry for you. You are absolutely shopping. This is why you've been looking for a year and you can't find what you want. Now, if you let me help you, I will guaranteed find you your dream home in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Remember, I opened with Andrea Parker. She sold 59 homes her first year. She said to everyone she ever met, know what she did? She sold them their dream home in 2 to 3 weeks every single time. Every single time. Because she planted a oh my gosh, this woman's going to find where I go, they're like, but we already have an agent. We bought 5 homes through our agent. They're a family friend. I go, how long you been looking? 5 months. No offense, but they're not doing their job. And there's no law says you can have two. Did you sign up by a broker with them? Well, yeah, but it's on each showing or whatever. I go, yeah, this is no, you can have me too. And here's the deal: the odds aren't twice as good. 1 plus 1 isn't two; it's 11. And I'm going to outwork your. I'm going to 10x. I'm going to give you a level of service. I'm going to give you a concierge level service you did not know existed in real estate. See how I'm talking? What I'm asking for, Allison Silverman, is a chance to spoil you rotten, to give you service you've never known, to bring you homes you can't believe they're this good. Will you give me a chance to give you a level of service you've never dreamed about? Because here's what's going to happen. Either I'm going to call you the next week or 2 or 3 with your dream home. You just told, I asked you a little about it. You said you wanted a 5 bedroom, 4 bath with a view on a canyon, maybe the ocean if you could find it, ideally a pool, but you realize that, to get all that for 2.7 million might be tough. And I'm going to find it for you. I'm going to find it in the next 2 or 3 weeks. And if I don't deliver, fine. But what if I find that home because I call one of my partners, Terry Rincon or Matt Novak or Trang Nguyen, and it's not in the computer, and I go, here it is, and it's got a 4 car garage, not 3. And that little view of the ocean you were hoping for is a grand, epic view of the ocean, and it is on the canyon, and it's got a beautiful canyon view. The ocean's right there, and it's stunning, and it's in your price range: 3.7 million, 2.7 million, 1.9 million, whatever their price range is. If I bring that to you and it's crickets from your agent, and I promise you it will be, and then don't let this is not a sales pitch. Call what do you got? What do you got listing? Who do you got coming on? What do you got coming on? And if Leo says, hey, I got one coming on in La Jolla, it's this, go, my partner Leo and I got one coming on Leo in La Jolla Cove, and it's 15.7 million, but we got one coming on, and I'll share our off-market listings with you, and I'll get you in the door before anybody else. So there'll be no competition, but will you help me out here? And you turn over every leak, and you have this intensity. Remember 30 homes in 30 days? I told that story. I had this intensity. I'm looking for condos, halfplexes, duplexes, mansions, starter homes, move up homes. I had the fire. I go, I'm going to do this. And people, high energy equals high results. People respond to the energy, your level of intensity with a smile. And Andrea Parker had that. Her first year, she sold 59 homes. She said, I will take it to the bank, find your dream home in 2 to 3 weeks. The problem is you guys don't believe that. And so, but you've never worked like this. You've never worked. I want you over the next 30 days to get so focused and to up your level, just not for the rest of your life. Well, I got to have a life. No, you don't. If you have financial problems, you don't get a life for the next 30 days. If you can't pay your bills and your car's about to be repossessed, and you might lose your home, and you can't keep your kids in private school, and they can go back into public school where they learn bizarre wackadoodle stuff that you don't agree with, you know, which is what they teach in public school, bizarre wackadoodle stuff. And I don't know. You don't like, well, I'm just tired, man. It's my favorite show. Listen to me. You don't get to watch your favorite show. Be a man. Grow up and be a woman. Write this down. Ready? Write down. Ladies, write down. Time to go cave woman. Write it down with an exclamation mark, maybe 10 of them. Guys, write down. Time to go caveman. I had enough and I went freaking berserk and real estate got easy. promise some of you are just too comfortable. Your husband works, your wife works. Yeah, you need the money, but your bills are paid. You're putting stuff on credit cards. You're kicking the can down the road. It's not fair to your family, and you're mortgaging your future. You could sell a home every single day. Caveman, come on, Leo. Okay, so um, I have an agent. Never ask anyone, are you working with an agent? They're always going to say yes. They don't want to give you their information. Never. I assume a client. Now, sometimes they'll tell you, hey, I have an agent. Great. No losses cab too. And here's why you want me. I publish the vacant home list. So like, what do you mean the vacant home? What's that? They've never heard of it. What's the highly desperate, motivated? They burn their bridges. They moved to Idaho, Utah, Montana, Austin, Nashville, wherever they moved, right? Scottsdale, Arizona, and they're making double mortgage payments. These people freak out and they will drop that price. Give me a chance. You can't get it from Redfin or Zillow. That's what makes you different. I was so easy to get clients. Enough said there. How about this one? Well, we're going to sleep on it. We'll let you know tomorrow, right? And like Greg, unmute yourself. Greg, I'm going to go ahead. It's a big decision. It's, $3.5 million. Kathy and I were going to sleep on it. It's late. It's Friday night, Well, usually they say that, 2 or 3 in the afternoon, you're seeing the house. It's Saturday during the day. And we'll sleep on it tonight. We're going to pray about it, put it before the Lord. We'll call you first thing in the morning. We are excited, but we're nervous. It's 3.5 million or it's 1.5 million or we've always rented. We've never bought in a condo. And geez, 750,000 for a little 2-bedroom, 1-bath condo. Ooh. And when's the last time you guys spent $750,000, 3/4 of a million? It's natural. People have something. What would you do, Greg, if they said we're gonna sleep on it, we're gonna pray about it, we'll let you know in the morning? You'd probably say, sure, yeah, let me know, right?
No, I'd say that the Lord spoke to me personally,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
no.
yeah, yeah. You'd probably say, sure, no problem, right?
I would say sure, no problem. However,
Nice guy.
you know, I would also ask the question with great sincerity, no slime, none. What are you really thinking about? What are you really thinking about? You want this house, okay? You and I both know there are other offers, probably better. However, ours is structured more wisely.
We haven't written the offer yet, Greg. We want to sleep on and see if we even make an offer.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, you're right, Brent. I would probably kind of roll with it. Sure.
I did. I let people sleep on it all the time, and then, but what I learned to do is this. I go, look, Greg, I'm sorry, I'm not going to let you sleep on it. You are not going to bed tonight. And if you were my brother, I would not let you do this. If you were my parents, my grandparents, my sister, I absolutely won't let you do it. And I'm not going to let you do it because I'm a great agent. I'm not a good agent. Because here's what's going to happen, Greg. Right now, you're not sure, and you're going to seek the Lord, and that's a good, admirable thing. Let me know tomorrow. The best time to write an offer is when you're not sure because you'll negotiate. I know they're asking 2.3 million. Let's go in at 2.1 million, 200,000 under. Because right now you're not sure, so we'll be a better negotiator. If you wake up tomorrow morning and God told me to buy this house, we feel really good about it. We want to buy this house. Let's go in full price. Well, you just cost yourself $200,000. I go, the best time to write an offer is when you're not sure. And of course, then Greg, you're going, but what if we wake up and don't want it? We rescind the offer. Just rescind the offer. What if they sign it? You get to rescind the offer. The buyer can cancel anytime they want. No big deal. Oh, and the other reason I'm not going to let you sleep on it is what if one other couple does the same thing you're doing? They wake up, we want it. You wake up, we want it. God told them yes. God told you yes. Now you're in a bidding war. I care about you too much to put you in a bidding war. Greg, can I ask you a question? Leo, can I ask you a question? Allison, can I ask you a question? Gia, do you really want to be in a bidding war? And just shut up. Cece's going, nope. No one's ever said, yes, please. I always wanted to be in a bidding war. I want to pay too much. I want 200,000 over. Let's go. They go, no. I go, I care about you too much. That's why I said, if you're my family, there's no way. We're writing right now. Now what they'll do, they're like, yeah, they got me. Shoot. Like, okay, well, we're at least going to dinner. It's 3 o'clock. We'll go to dinner. We'll let you know at 6. Sorry, Cece, not happening. I go, think about it. Some other couple goes to dinner. Maybe two couples go to dinner and they're like, we want it. We want it. Now, three of you come back from dinner and you all want it. You're in a bidding war. Same problem, CC. No. I'm writing this offer down. I saw how excited you guys are. I know what you've been looking for. You love this house. I saw, Ginger light up. I saw you, Skipper, get all excited. I know you want this. It's the best home. We've looked at homes. This is your home. I feel it in my guts. I go, but with that said, I get it. You're not sure. There's no offers. It's 2.3 million. Let's go 2.2. Let's go at $100,000 and start that. What if you come back from dinner and we want it and you go, we really want to forget it. We'll just give them full price. But I have a counter offer at 2,150,000. It's 50,000 off the price. Instead of starting, you just sign the offer and you're in escrow. Now, if we started and there's no other offers, hey, Britt, we went to dinner and there were no other offers. And as we're writing the offer, somebody else is writing the offer. Are you with me? And then before they can respond, here comes offer number two. And then here comes offer number three. Write this down. It's really important. Offers have babies. You ever seen a property that's been on the market 13 days, 18 days, 35 days, no offers? You write, agents, they go, hey, Gia, is there any offers on this property? Yeah, Brent Gove's writing me an offer. CC, you got any offers? Yeah, I got an offer from Gia and I got an offer from Brent Gove. Leo, you got any offers? Yeah, I got two, and the third one coming in the sky, Leo Robles. Offer, everybody wants to buy what they're about to lose. All of a sudden it has had no offers for 35 days and now it has five. You got to move and you got to move quick, but you guys are so nice. You give them a day to respond. Hey, it's Saturday night at 6 o'clock. They can't respond. Text message with the highlights. They can respond in 10 minutes. It's just the verbal. Yep. And they patch it up. I say, we got a deal. Yeah, the sellers are taking it. Good. Go to the computer and mark it pending. Well, it hasn't been signed yet. I go, do you want to lose this and not get paid in 10 days? Go to the computer and mark it pending. I'm with a smile. Come on, man, mark it pending. Let's do this. You get paid, I get paid. So we got a deal. It's the semantics getting the signatures. I've gotten that listing agent to mark it pending before I've even written the offer. You know why? Because I asked. Why haven't you? You didn't ask. You didn't ask. Ask. And they go, yeah, it's easy. You just go pending the listing. I can't do that. I don't even have your offer yet. It's coming to be there in a second. The seller's already accepted. Just go pending. Pending. It's a click of a mouse. Pending. I don't want to be in multiple offers. So that's a really fun thing to do. So that's how you get your offer presented in 10 minutes. I'm going to wrap it up here. By the way, a freebie for you listing agents. You ever shown a property and you go, hey, we'd love to be there at 9. Oh, sorry, I already got a showing at 9. You can come at 10. And they can't make 10. We can make it 11. We'll be there at 11. Oh, already got a showing at 11. You can come at noon. Like, oh, we already got noon. Come at 1. And you get some of these listing agents that want to go 9, 10, 11, noon, 1, 2, 3, 4. They like to spread them all apart. Or you show up to a house, Coldwell Banker's there, and it's always a Coldwell Banker agent. It's freaking funny. And then they're like, they go in the house, they deadbolt it. And you're like, hey, let us in. They're like, no, we'll be out in a half hour. My clients are in here now. This is our time. Through the deadbolt, through the people. You're like, no, we're coming in. Sorry, the door's locked. When we're done, it's gonna be your turn. Wait your turn. And they want to lock you out. And some listing agents like to separate everything. I had 18 to 28 listings. Me, I did the opposite. I go, showings they go, hey, can I come at 9? No, you can come at 10. Can I come at 11? No, you can come at 10. I can't do either one. Oh, we got one more showing left that day. It's at 3. And like, okay, with 3, I book them all at 10 and 3. It's organized chaos. It's intentional, purposeful chaos. I want them bumping into each other in the hallway. I want them seeing each other in the kitchen. I want them in the backyard going, look at the pool and this. The buyer that's excited thinks everybody else is there excited. The truth is, everyone else there, some people's budget is 400,000 more, and they're going, oh, this is cool. But the truth is, they don't like it at all. But the buyer thinks they love it. And so it creates FOMO. We're going to go back to the office. We're going to go back to the office. We're going to make an offer right now. It creates this, it's you want organized, intentional, purposeful chaos. And so you want them to do all the showings at one time. You don't want to spread it out. And you tell them if you know someone's like this, they're kind of go, don't you dare lock that front door. Everybody's going in at 10, everyone's out of there by 11, and then we go in at 3, out by 4. That is how you sell properties. Let's see. I'm going to open it up for a little bit of Q&A right now on some of the things I've shared that like you struggling with what I shared. You're like, well, what if, or how do you find a lender that can close in 9 days? You could type a question in the chat, or you can hit react, and like me, I'll do it react, and then you could do this thing. I think, did it raise my hand? I don't know what I'm doing, but you could raise your hand. I don't even know how to do it, but oh, there it is, raise hand, boom. So I raised my hand. So if you have a question, raise your hand right now. And I want you to respond to this 10-day close or 90,000 earnest money deposit. It seems risky to me, or no appraisal, really? Who's got a question? Come on, don't be shy. Or type it in the I want the 9-day lender. Kathy, cool. So Kathy, the way you find that is you call lenders, call 2, 3, 4, 5 lenders down there and go, if I have a client with good job, good credit, and we get pay stubs, W-2s, bank statements, and all this. Don't tell them if you say, how quick can you close? And they go, well, 30, 25 days, maybe 30. And don't tell them the answer. You go, no, no, no. What's the fastest you could close if you really push it? So it shocks you, like 19 days. All right, thank you. Not your lender. Their back end can't move that quick. You'll talk to some lenders, you tell them, you've got everything you need and you got good jobs. He's a fireman, she's a pediatrician, they're 5 years on the job, 7 years on the job, they have 700 FICOs. You have a complete underwritten approved deal. How quick can you close? Don't tell them, can you do it in 9 days or 10 days, 11 days? They'll say yes to get your business. And you don't say, and then they go, well, yeah, I could do it in 21 days. I go, awesome. What's the fastest you could do it? Well, honestly, if I had all that, heck, I could probably do it in 7 days. My Linda. Right? And so you just got to make a few calls. You don't need to go have coffee with everybody. You don't need to go to lunch and breakfast with everybody, but you will find your lender. Great question. Look, you're already getting people volunteering lenders right there. How do you get around the appraisal because it's not in your control? Again, if you don't have the confidence, call Leo, call Joseph Trujillo, call Greg, call someone and look at it. So don't do it. But in this market where prices are going down, appraisals are not going to be an issue. They're just not going to be an issue. And if you're new and you don't have the confidence, then leave one in there for 5 days. Leave an appraisal contingency in there for 5 days. But I would also recommend go to a pro. Who is a pro? Go, do you think this home will have any problem appraising? They could pull it up and go, no problem. This home's going to appraise. It's going to be a non-issue. So either find someone to help you or leave yourself 5 days. Great question. Thank you, Homa. Yes, yeah, we'll have again a copy of this recording because I can't give it to all of you. I'm gonna send one to Leo and one to Rosie, and then the rest of you reach out to me, and the way you will do that is I'm trying to think of the best way to do that. Rob at brentgove.com, and he runs my life. Rob, R-O-B at brentgove.com. But if you're in Leo or Rosie's business, do not do that. Please do not do that. I will get them a copy first. Everybody who has to go to robbrentgove.com, I'm going to make you wait 2 days because I don't want you guys blowing up Rob's box. And you think, well, that's not fair. Sorry. Anyways, so.
And Brent, I am here. What are we responding to them with? I'm sorry.
See, I was protecting you, Rob. See, I call him the voice. I'm getting them a copy of today's thing, but
okay.
most of these folks are under Rosie and Leo, so you're not going to get slaughtered. You're going to get.
So today's recording. It'll also be up on YouTube, right?
Yeah. I'll put it on my YouTube channel so you can get it there as well. But again, 90% of these folks, they were there at the event, and I promised them this, so probably 90% to 95 are in Rosie and Leo. So if we get a copy to Rosie and Leo and put it on my YouTube, it really covers everyone. But if you would like a copy quicker, Okay, well, let me ask you another question, Rob. How quick can we get it on YouTube?
I'll get it up by the morning.
Okay, so
My
everybody,
my daughter's leaving for good in the morning, so I'm trying to just focus a
yeah,
little bit.
yeah, don't worry about that.
I will have it up by tomorrow. Tomorrow at noon, I'll have it up on YouTube.
By noon. So there's the new plan. You don't even have to get it from Rosie and Leo. We will have it on my YouTube channel. So if you go to brentgove.com and you'll see my YouTube, scroll there. This is my YouTube channel. Go there. You heard Rob. It'll be up at noon tomorrow. Just let the poor man get his daughter off to college. She's leaving forever. Rob, I promise you, she'll come back at Christmas. You're okay, man. So do not email Rob at brentgove.com. I was thinking of you, man. I tried to scare him to not do that. But yep, there it is. There's the website.
And there's all the videos here, right here. So it'll be
Yep.
in right in here.
Will be one of the top videos.
Yep.
So you'll find it easy on my YouTube channel. Okay. Good, good, good. Any other questions? I think that's everybody. Do you see any hands up? Did I miss any hands? I'm sorry. I was doing too many things. Oh, Rob, you want to ask a question?
Yes,
Rob.
Brent. How you doing, man?
Good.
So this was some fire material right here. So I took a whole page of notes. I'm gonna share it with my team. So we went over a lot of things to get offers accepted when working with buyers. Do you have any quick tips while we have a few minutes on helping these guys get more listings?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So one fun thing to do on a listing appointment, you ever go to a listing appointment and they're like excited, you're jiving with them, and I'll get into how to get listings, but I want to say this because it's such a good lead. People love this tip, and they're like, yeah, we're really excited, we like you, but we're really not ready to put the home on the market till next October. Here it is, August 1st. We're like, we'll put it on next spring in about April, and 3.7 million. And I'm like, okay, well, you can work on the deck. Let me give you my general contractor number. He's great at decks. You mentioned you do some painting. My painter, Paul, he paints in the best neighborhoods in Newport Beach. I'll match him with anyone, but his price, usually people are charging like 50 grand. He does it for 20 grand. He works out of his home. He doesn't have the overhead, and I'll match him with the best painters in Newport Beach. Would you like to save $30,000? Yeah, okay, I'll connect you to Paul. So what I would do is try to put them with all my people, my stager, my roofer. My roofer will take care of your roof, and my gardener will come over and help you with this and that. And I would try to be so valuable to him that next April I get the listing. I learned a technique from the #1 Keller Williams agent in the world, not once, not twice, but 7 times in 17 years. Out of 148,000 agents, he beat them all 7 times in 17 years. You know what he did? It was brilliant, successfully closed. He said, look, I know you're not ready to list till next April. And I know we picked a sales price that you'd be thrilled with of about 2.7 million. What we're going to do right now is you're not ready till next April. But occasionally I get people who fly in from Abu Dhabi. They come in from different places, New York, and they come into these areas and China, Hong Kong, and they're here to buy. And I show them everything on the market and they don't like it. I'm going to list your house right now. I don't ask. Rob, I'm going to list your house right now for $3 million. It's 400,000 more than we talked about. And it's called a pocket listing. I'm not going to put it in the computer, nor am I going to market it, nor am I going to put a sign in the yard. And I might show it once between now and next April, maybe twice. But if I do, the price is going to be $3 million. And I know you're excited about 2.6. It's going to be 3 million, pretty much all cash, as is, no repairs. And if I find that buyer from Abu Dhabi or from Hong Kong or China, wherever they come in and dumping cash into the US, if I find that, um, and let's say if it's August 1st, let's say I find it in October, but you're not ready to move till next, put on the market till April, sell it in May, and then move it June when the kids get out of school. What we'll do is if we sell in October, we'll set a rent back till next June. And your current payment is 10,000 a month. I'll set the rent back at 9,000 a month. I'll make sure, I guarantee it'll be 1,000 less than you currently pay. I can guarantee it. And they go, how can you guarantee that? I go, if they don't pay, if they don't agree to it, we just won't accept their offer. So I can guarantee it. And it's going to be 400,000. You're excited about 2.6. It's 303 million non-negotiable. And these people come in desperate to dump their cash. And if they like your house, they'll pay it. I'm only going to do it maybe once or twice because they don't necessarily want people coming in. They got to, redo the carpet, paint, redo, maybe remodel a little bit, fix the deck. I go, so you're managing the expectation. I might show it once or twice, but rest assured, if I do, they are going to probably pay cash. They're probably going to be desperate. And it's going to be as is. And you get to stay till next April, May, or June, $3 billion. And then I go, so what do you say? And they go, sure. They sign every single time. I used to just leave them there like peaches to be picked. One time I called this couple back. How's it going? You ready for? Oh, Brent, our timeline moved up. We could find your number. We listed with Coldwell Banker and sold out. We live in North Carolina. I'm like, oh my gosh. You ever had that happen? Or, well, I know we were going with you, but my boss's wife got her license and it'd be politically incorrect to list with you. I mean, he could get fired. We went ahead and listed with the boss's wife. So we list every time. It's not the answer to the question you wanted, Rob, but it's a great way to get your listing signed. Then do not market it. Do not put a sign in the yard. It's a pocket. It's for you, but you've got that listing on lockdown. And then I write down the commission. I write 3.5%, not three, not 2.5. When they're getting $3 million, they'll pay you 3.5%.
I totally love that. I love that. That's my takeaway for tonight. It's fucking awesome.
Well, hey, awesome. It's a family show, Gia, but okay, San Diego. All right, you're cool. You're cool.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
I agree.
I love your enthusiasm. I agree. It's effing awesome. Okay. So, but back to listings. How do I get listings? So how I did it was I was the open house king. That was kind of my jam. And so I was vibing with people at open houses. Then I go to try to get their information. They're like, yeah, no. We're a little premature. We're early. We're just not ready yet. And I would always say the same thing. Oh, you have a house to sell, don't you? They're like, how did you know? I go, because people always give me their information. They love me, man. And the only time they do what you're doing right now is when they have a house to sell. And you're like, you probably trying to figure out what your house is worth, what you're gonna net, how you move forward. And there's this period here, right? They go, yeah. And I said, well, what you don't know about me, write this down. It's a script. Write that down. Write it down. What you don't know about me is I'm an absolute expert at appraising homes. And let's say you're not. Well, Brandon, I'm actually not. I can't lie to people. Yes, you can. What you don't know is my partner Leo and I are absolute experts at appraising homes. My partner Rob Ross and I are an expert. I'm not. I don't even know Rob Ross. Rob, are you good at appraising homes? Yes or no? He's not. It says any one of you could partner with him. You have a listing for $3 million. He'll partner with you 50-50 on the deal. I bet you would. If someone brought you, what market are you in? You're in Fullerton, California. What is your average purchase price there, Rob, in Fullerton?
It's about 900.
Yeah. So if someone brought you a listing for 3.5 million, would you partner with them for 50-50 even if they weren't in your group?
Oh, 100%.
Have a partner. Now you don't know, you're new. You don't know a boo about appraising homes. So you could say with conviction what you don't know about me, and he is now your partner. Leo's an expert. Leo, what market are you in?
Also Orange County.
Yeah.
Market.
And let's say they're in Orange County. My partner Leo and I were experts at appraising homes. You couldn't have possibly known that about me. So you get two choices: A, call the bank, pay them $500, or B, Leo and I, Rob and I, Jill. Um, um, is it pronounced Vegan? Is that how you say it, Jill? Did I get it right, or Bogan? Or
No, it's just Vaughn.
oh, shows you how smart I am. And I'm actually successful and I can't figure that out. Vaughn. I'm a phonetic speller. But you couldn't have known this about Jill and I, but we're absolute experts at appraising homes. We can pop by next week for 5 minutes and we'll be able to tell you exactly what that home's worth. And so here's the deal. We find people rely upon Zillow, and it's usually either too high by 100 grand or too low. Now, if Zillow's got you convinced your home's worth 1.7 million, you ever hear about people that put their home on the market and they sell it the first weekend? Probably because it was priced too low. We may come and say, you know what, you're dead on, it's 1.7. Or maybe come, man, I know it's 1.7, but price has been dropped. It's actually 1.6. I go, we may tell you less. We've showed up and told people 1.7 would be a bargain. It's actually 1.9 million. And they put their home and sold it for the first weekend at 1.7. They think their agent's a genius. Their agent cost them $200,000. How would you like some confirmation of what's worth? Again, we are experts at this. Why don't we come over, pop by for 5 minutes and look at it, and then we'll get back with you and give you a professional, and you don't have to pay us $500. and there's no catches. And then when you are ready to list in 3, 6, 9 months, we would only hope that you would call us back and give us an opportunity to present you and be considered as a possible listing agent for you. That would be, if you want to call it a catch, I guess that would be it. Would you be okay with that? They go, yeah. So they have us over. They don't know we're doing a full-blown listing presentation. We pop by for 5 minutes. They don't realize they just agreed and we're coming over. And I'm going to walk out there at the signed listing agreement because I tell them, hey, let's go ahead and put, I said, well, we actually prepared some information now that we've seen it. Yeah, we actually think we could get 1,750,000. And they go, great. And then they tell you, well, we're not ready to list till January. It's August. I go, great. So here's what I'm going to recommend. Let's list it. And you agree that's the top price. You showed everything. Yeah, 1,750,000. God, it's worth it. I mean, we were hoping 1,700,000, 1,750,000. Great. Well, we get people from Hong Kong, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, people dumping money. They come from China. I'm sure you've heard about this. We want to list that for 1.9 million right now. We might show it once or twice. It's going to be an all cash buyer as is, and they'll let you stay till next June. I can get your rent back for a year. I can guarantee it. Well, how can you possibly guarantee it? Because if we get an offer, those are our terms. We're in control. We have what they want. And a lot of times they just want to get their money into the country, and they're happy to let you do a rent back. And you already paid the bank 12,000 a month. I'll get the rent back at 10. Not only will I sell it for 150,000 more than your dream price, as is, I'm going to lower the price from 12,000 a month to 10 for the next 8 months. I do it all the time. What do you say? And they're like, come on over. So that is the way I get listings is I offer to do a pop by. I get the pop by verbiage. It sounds harmless from Brian Buffini. Let me just pop by for 5 minutes. And I couldn't possibly tell you what it's worth till I see it. But I'll tell you what, we are absolutely great at this. And we'll confirm it's worth. And they go, and if you're ever prospecting, you guys, and they go, yeah, no, we're in our forever home. I go, oh, awesome. You don't know anyone who actually has a business to sell, a restaurant, a winery, a building. Yeah, matter of fact, I'm inheriting a building next week or next month. And yeah, I says, oh, you can possibly know this about me. But my business partner, Paul Frank, and he's a commercial agent, or Chavez, help me, Leo, Robert, right?
Yeah, Louis
Louis,
Chavez.
Louis,
Yeah.
Louis, just
Yep.
like Louis Chavez. He's my business partner. I specialize in residential, but he's the best of the best. And we'd love to come tell you what that winery's worth. He's done billions in sales. And what do you think it's worth? Well, I'm thinking it's worth 7 million. I go, well, we may tell you it's worth 6. We may come out and go, it's worth 9 million, and here's why. Can we pop by the winery next week or the week after that for 5 minutes? Take a look at it, and then we'll give you our professional opinion of what it's worth. And they go, sure. So you're not just in the residential game. You guys should be selling buildings, wineries, and restaurants, and gas stations, and Taco Bells. There's so much opportunity out there. So when they're like, nope, we're in our forever home. We will never move. Great. You don't happen to know anyone who has a dry cleaner to sell, a gas station, a restaurant, a business, a winery, a mobile home park? Oh yeah, my parents' business in Iowa. I can't move out there and run it. They've had this pharmacy they've had for 50 years. And I'm like, what am I going to do? Oh, we're experts at selling pharmacies. So that's what we do. Paul Frank, Louis Chavez. This is what these guys do. And you're honest, I specialize in the residential, but Louis Chavez is an absolute one of the most respected commercial agents in the nation. Let us tell you what it's worth. What do you say? And you guys should be selling wineries. I've sold them. You guys should be selling warehouses, 15-story buildings. It happens all the time. We heard from how do you say her name? Vina?
Vina? Yeah, Vina.
Vina, it is right. We heard from Vina. It happens. Would you like to sell something for $250 million? It's there. You don't ask. So don't just look for listings on residential. You want the optometrist who was sick of the traffic. He's on the 5 or the 505. He says, I'm selling my location and I'm moving to Rancho Santa Fe and I got to buy a new building. Well, his old building's worth 4 million. The new building's in a nicer area, it's 6 million. That's $10 million worth of real estate that went right under your eyes, right under your nose, because you're not asking the question. So Rob Ross, did that help a little bit? Just kind of give you some idea on how to get some listings, whether they're commercial or residential?
Yeah, no, of course. Thank you.
Yep. The other thing I did is on the radio, I ran an ad that said, hey, if you're thinking about selling, if you're thinking about actually moving, maybe leaving the state, I had to qualify because everybody will call you. Actually putting your home on the market, but you've been looking at Zillow and you got to check, you know something's not right. I'm telling you right now, anything they can tell you what your home's worth and that quick, it's an algorithm. It's like a pot of stew. It mixes you up with all your neighbors. Chances are, maybe you put in a pool. It doesn't know that. You remodeled your kitchen for $200,000. It doesn't know that. You put 600,000. It doesn't know that. It's just throwing you in the pot, averaging out with your neighbors. I go, if you know something's off, chances are you're right. So here's what you want to do. You want to call me Rob Ross, you want to call me Leo Robus, I'll talk to you personally. And I got it from Maddie, the dog trainer. And this dude became a multi-millionaire with this. And it was one thing, his voice swing. Call me Uncle Matty. I'll talk to you personally. Kind of an upbeat thing. So I copied him because I called that sucker thinking his dog training service was $500, $1,000. This is $5,000 to train my dog. I paid 2,500 for the dog, and I get paid 5,000 to train the dog. That's 7,500 bucks, right? And so Uncle Matty's like, hey, did little, what's the name of a dog? Rocco do a little mess on the carpet again, and you're kind of ashamed to have friends over. Call me Uncle Matty. I'll talk to you personally, and I will help train Rocco so he never does that again. And the guy cleaned up, and it was the way he spoke. Call me. I'll talk to you personally. So when I did the Zillow thing, I was picking on Zillow. It could absolutely be off $200,000-$300,000 in any direction. I'm an expert at appraising homes. Brent Gove, call me. I'll talk to you personally. Here's my number. Phone blew up. I get calls every single day because I picked on Zillow. Hit a nerve. And now don't trash them, but just say that may or may not be right. It could be Zillow's dead on. How do you know? Get a second opinion. I'm an absolute expert at this. Or you can call the bank and pay them $500. I won't charge you. And I get calls every day to list homes off the radio. And I was spending, I think, 3 or 4,000 a month for that ad. And people called me every day. And I ended up with 18 to 28 listings off the radio using that script. Now, I've been on the radio 2 other times. It did not work. But that script works today. And there's lots of radio stations. There's country. There's the greatest radio station in the world. They play, just so you know, they play 80s rock music. There's nothing better. Sorry, everybody else. It's not the 90s and the 2000s. It's 80s rock music is the best music. But anyways, and it's not up for debate. Some things I'm closed-minded about. Any other final questions? You guys have been great. I got to go pack, go to bed, and get up at 3:30. I love you guys. Go be crazy.
Round of applause, Brent. Round of applause, bro. This was so awesome. 2 hours of fire, guys. 2 hours of fire. Thank you, bro. God bless you. Thank you so much.
2 hours. Oops. Bye.
See you later.
All right.